Hey, what's up, everybody, man? So, welcome to episode 9 of Find Out the Truth about Odell Beckham Jr. Is he washed? Is he overrated? Is he a team cancer? Is he being held back? Or is he holding himself back? We just trying to figure out if Odell Beckham Jr. is still that dude or not, you feel me? Last week, Odell actually popped off. He had 10 targets, almost 100 yards. He definitely had a touchdown on the board. He looked great. But this week, he didn't really do too much of anything, you feel me? He had 2 catches out of the 5 targets he received, and he had a soft, petty 28 yards. But luckily, that second catch that he made happened to be a 1-yard touchdown to save his stats. But still, he really didn't do too much this game. People will run their mouth and say this and that, and this, but you already know. We gonna turn to the film and see what really be cracking on the field. So, first play, we got Odell lined up on the outside. So, what Odell ends up doing is running like a deep corner route. And as you can see, they're with him every step of the way. The safety even comes over to help, deep over top, and he was never open. So Matt Stafford ends up trying to throw midfield, and the receiver ended up messing up his route. But, Odell wasn't open. Right here, you got Odell. He's selling like he's about to go deep, right? And then, boom. Right in the middle of the zone, he ends up curling it. But Matt Stafford's first read is already open. So why would he look off his first read to hit Odell? That's why Odell didn't get the ball right there. It's not always going to be about Odell. It's never going to always be about Odell. I'm just showing y'all he doing his job. Same thing here. You got Odell lined up on the outside. What he ends up doing is running another deep hitch or deep curl route, whatever you want to call it. Look in the backfield. Matt Stafford is under pressure. He don't have time to look Odell's way. This man right here, he's going to hitch off his route in the middle of the field. He's going to be wide open. Since Matt Stafford's under pressure, he anticipates that throw and gets it right to him on the money. He didn't have time to look Odell's way. Same thing right here. We got Odell on the outside. What Odell ends up doing is getting a free release off the line. But his first read is wide open. I think that's Cooper Kupp, wide open. Why not throw it to him? He had to get the ball right there. You feel me? Odell just cannot get that opportunity. He didn't have time to wait on him. Right here, you got Odell in the trips. What he ends up doing is running the post route, and it appears to be that the ball was overthrown. But take it back. It's possible that the post route was not ran correctly as well. So you can take it how you want it. I don't know. I don't think the ball would have been accurate either way. But right here, you got Odell. He's basically running a little deep drag, mid-cross route, whatever you want to call it. And as you can see, he's wide open. He gets the ball. And this is basically where his little chunk of the yards came from, that little 28 yards. 27 of them 28 yards came from that one catch, Right here, you got Odell lined up on the outside. And what Odell ends up doing is running a little quick hitch route. But as you can see, I think that's Cooper Kupp or Higbee running the same exact route. He's going to hitch it off exactly where he's standing at. So Matt Stafford knows that, and he's looking at the linebacker going down to the flats. Oh my God, this is easy money, you feel me? Easy money for Stafford on his first read. So of course, he throws it to him instead of Odell. Odell just can't get every opportunity. Same thing here. Odell lined up on the outside, and what he ends up doing, he's basically fighting at the line of scrimmage, finally gets open on the outside, but instead Stafford decides he wants to get Cooper Kupp killed instead. He could have got that man killed. Same thing here. Odell on the outside. What he ends up doing is getting a good, little simple free release, and he's basically running a deep fade route, kind of turns to a little streak, whatever. Matt Stafford says, fuck it, I'm going to just throw it up anyway. And the ball just doesn't get to where it's supposed to get to, Then right here, you got Odell lined up on the outside again. What he ends up doing is getting a good release off the line, and he's running another mid-cross route. As you can see, the DN is coming off the edge. Matt Stafford don't got that much time. He has to make a decision, right? Look at the line of defense. Odell has to run across all those dudes. He's not going to be open. That's just how it is. He's not going to be open. So, what Matt Stafford does is he did what he's supposed to do. He hit the check down. Wide open check down, And the check down, since it was a bad throw, picked up only a few yards, but Odell was not going to get the ball there. He was not open, was never going to be open. Right here, Odell is lined up in the inside a little bit. What he ends up doing is running a deep cross route again. So as you can see, I got it mapped out. That's what he's going to run. You can say that Matt Stafford can squeeze that ball into Odell, which I think he could. I think he definitely could. But you also got Cooper Kupp wide open underneath, with the defender already showing that he's concerned about Odell, and so is the dude deep. Why not hit Cooper Kupp underneath? It's a gimme. He had to hit Cooper Kupp. He didn't have to, but it was definitely the more safer, logical thing to do. Then you got Odell right here, basically running through a maze to get open. While he's doing that, Matt Stafford's already looking at his first read. Who's going to be open? It's Higbee, and he throws the ball right to him. Odell was never going to get an opportunity to get the ball on that play. Same thing here. You got Odell lined up on the outside. What he ends up doing is running deep. Boom. Ends up getting a little step on him, right? But he ends up getting boxed. Ends up getting held a little bit. Actually, that probably should have been a pass interference. Then right here, you got Odell lined up on the inside. What he ends up doing is running another corner route. 32 is shadowing him in every step of the way. He not going for any of that, you feel me? So, Matt Stafford's first read is going to be open on the end route, and Matt Stafford knows it. He anticipates it under pressure, and of course, he delivers. That's how you know you're dealing with a different level quarterback, because some quarterbacks are scared to make that throw. Then right here, you got Odell lined up on the outside. What he ends up doing is getting the inside advantage off the release. Great release, by the way. Phase it up. He's open, and Stafford just cannot put it where it needs to be. And he could have got Odell hurt right there if somebody was really feeling like a savage, you feel me? Then you got Odell on the outside again. What Odell ends up doing is basically trying to get a release, but the corner's with him every step of the way. Matt Stafford didn't look his way anyway, but he was never going to be open. Same thing right here. And I want you to pay attention to Matt Stafford more. Look at Matt Stafford. He drops back, right? And look at the little pump fake he does. Boom, right? That pump fake allows the safety to get the tweaking. You feel me? So, since the safety's looking the other way, Odell basically is going to be open. He has the advantage in speed to make this a big play. Stafford just didn't really capitalize off of that the way he should have. Not a bad read at all, but bro, he could have cashed in right there. But right here, you got Odell on the outside. What he ends up doing is running a simple little drag route, froze the defender, but it wasn't really a good window to get Odell the ball. So Stafford throws to the back of the end zone, easy touchdown. And then right here, it's the extra yard that he got to make it 28 yards. And the catch that saved his stats, because he ended up scoring off this little fade route, just went up and got it. He little boyed him, you feel me? Not the craziest catch, but he just did what he was supposed to do, you know? So, basically from this session, or should I say this episode, what we seen was that even though Odell did not have that many catches, Odell still displayed that he got hands on that fade route, and he showed that he can get yards after the catch. From when we seen him pick up 27 out of his 28 yards on that one play, you feel me? Basically, everything came after the catch. We also seen that Odell can definitely still run routes, but we also seen defenders play some good coverage on him as well. As far as Matt Stafford, I think he was out there doing what he was supposed to do. His first read was open, and he was hitting them. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars. They trash. The first reads were pretty much open every single trip. Even though Odell was open, there was no need to necessarily turn to Odell and give him the ball. I don't feel like he really missed too many opportunities for Odell. I think he definitely could have threw some more accurate passes. Odell really supposed to have like 2 touchdowns. That fade route should have easily been a touchdown. It was just not thrown correctly. He could also have like 3 touchdowns for real, because when he pump faked that safety and made him bite to the left, Odell would have been open 1v1 to the right, and he already had the speed advantage. He would have been open and probably made that a touchdown. Who knows? Matt Stafford just didn't really execute that play how he really could have, you know? But I'm not disappointed in Stafford. And I'm not disappointed in Sean McVay. You feel me? I think 5 targets was decent for a game like this. Like, they're bums. You feel me? The offense isn't always going to run through Odell. What I do like, though, I like how Sean McVay in garbage time, even though he was resting Odell, threw him on the field in scoring position and drew up a play for him to get the ball on the fade route, and they let him operate and he scored a touchdown. They didn't need that touchdown. The game was over a long time ago. You feel me? It just lets you know that they have Odell's best interest in heart. They want to see him succeed, and they want him to help them succeed as well. You feel me? And they know they need to get him involved. So I like that. I like what I saw. You feel me? But that's how I feel. Don't really got anything bad to say about this matchup. I just think that there's going to be less of these games down the stretch. That's how I feel. But let me know how you feel about this. Let me know everything. Like, comment, subscribe, and I got some more content coming soon.